Welcome to Promise to Live. We are delivering hope, help, healing, resources, and fun with our incredible special guest.
YouTube megastars Ninja Kids.
Today, we're gonna find out who is the fastest ninja.
The famous One Voice Children's Choir.
Our powerful partner, Resilient You.
Review questions and challenges after each music video. Then discuss and set family and individual goals.
Mouth percussion specialist Beatbox Brian.
Martial arts and stunt kid, Trey McAdams.
Hey everyone, I'm Brandy Vega, the founder of Good Deed Revolution and the Promise to Live campaign. I'm so excited to join you. I'm a mom and I love my kids more than anything. That's why I created Promise to Live. Life can be hard, and sometimes we might not feel like we fit in. Some of us might get bullied, maybe our parents get divorced, or our friends move far away. There are a lot of things we can't control, but you know what we can do? We can choose how we react to our situation and how we act towards others. Each of us can learn to control our behavior and our reactions. Can you guys do me a favor right now? Will you make a promise with me? Okay, repeat after me at home. I promise that if I'm ever feeling sad, angry, or I'm having a hard time, I won't give up. I'll reach out to someone I trust for help, like a parent, family member, teacher, or an adult. Did you do it with me? I hope so, you better. I'm counting on you to keep your word. Now, let's get to the show. Your Promise to Live hosts are Kids Fun TV, also known as the Fun Squad.
They're a family-friendly fun adventure channel, and fun is their superpower.
I'll never grow up.
Whether it's a funny skit or sneaky jokes, the Fun Squad chooses to be happy.
With us is Mom, Kalia, and Kyler, with their exciting, unique personalities. Their motto is, never grow up.
Welcome the Fun Squad.
Welcome to Promise to Live, Find Your Light. We are so excited to have you with us because, oh my gosh, we have the best show for you today. We are
the Fun Squad! We are YouTubers and have tons of followers. We love making our Fun Squad family videos.
We will be joined today by famous people, singers, dancers, influencers, and others to talk about mental health and happiness. Our goal is to have fun and share tools and tips to build resilience. Now, let's get started with a special message from Brittany James, host of Something Good Inc., and a song from our friends at Resilient You, Just for You.
Stand for something good each day. Stand for something, lead the way. Stand for something, it's your call. Stand for something and you won't fall.
Causing trouble for everyone.
question time. What does taking a stand mean to you?
Fighting against something that you feel is wrong.
You stand up for what you believe in.
Stepping out of your comfort zone and standing up for what you think is right, even if you're standing alone.
When should you take a stand?
We should take a stand when somebody wants us to do something wrong. We should take a stand as often as you think that there's a problem that you need to address. You should stand up for yourself whenever you feel that something is wrong. We hope you'll take a stand with us and make safe and healthy choices.
True or false? You should never ask for help when you're feeling sad or overwhelmed. A. True. B. False. B. False.
We want to introduce you to the truly magical Mascot Miracles Foundation, where they turn ordinary days into extraordinary adventures. Imagine spreading smiles and laughter to amazing kids who face tough battles every day. Whether they're fighting off villains like sickness or cancer or showing incredible strength with conditions like autism, you can be the sidekick they've been waiting for.
Our family looks forward to the Mascot Miracles Cowabunga Bay Night every year. It is the highlight of our summer, and it's a great way to have one last hurrah before the school year starts.
This is a special place where magic happens every year, where smiles never fade, and where love and hope shine the brightest. The Mascot Miracles Foundation is like a team of real-life superheroes, but instead of capes, they wear amazing costumes. These friendly mascots spend time with kids who might be feeling a little under the weather. They're not just here to entertain, they're also here to be your pals and bring happiness to your day.
It's not just special needs, but accessibility. I know a lot of children wouldn't feel comfortable coming to something like this if they're in a wheelchair.
The Mascot Miracles Foundation teaches us that love and friendship can be superpowers. When we help others, it makes us feel strong, brave, and loved. It reminds us that even when things are tough, there's always hope. These special mascots surprise kids on their birthdays, visit them at school, and even take them on fun adventures. You're never alone because there's always a mascot ready to bring joy and laughter to your world.
What we do with all of our events and our memories is we try and give these families and these kids an environment where they feel safe, loved, and the community embraces them, and they have an opportunity to shine in ways they haven't in other areas of their life.
It's so fun to use your imagination and hang out with mascot heroes for a while. Let's do more trivia.
Which of these things can help you calm down when you're feeling angry or upset? A. Taking deep breaths. B. Counting to 10. C. Squeezing a stress ball. Or D. Yelling and throwing things. A and B, as well as C.
With over 1 billion views and 4.5 million subscribers, our next performers have been inspiring the world since 2002.
They've also been picked up by HBO, Nickelodeon, Netflix, and more.
We're now honored to hear I'm Not Broken from Fighter.
I can feel a hole inside my heart, 1,000 missing pieces, lost and torn apart. Heavy teardrops covering my eyes. I stumble through the darkness, looking for the light. I don't know how long this will last, but I'll keep fighting till the very Till that day, I'll take the parts of me, the ones I've held together, and see where love will lead. I didn't choose to live the life I live, but I can choose to make the most of it. I may be bruised, but I'm not broken. I may be tired, but I'm alive. And I believe with arms wide open, this heart can love. I'm not broken. I may be bruised, but I'm not broken. I may be tired, but I'm alive. And I believe with arms wide open, this heart can love. I'm not broken. This heart can love. I'm not
Although at times some of us might feel broken, we are strong and can do hard things. It's important that we keep trying and don't give up.
It's also important to reach out and help others who are struggling. Sometimes just being nice to someone can make all the difference in the world. It's also important to reach out and help others who are struggling. Sometimes it makes all the difference in the world to just be kind. Let's check back with Brittany James with Resilient You, who has some good advice about being kind.
When we reach out to others with kindness, it can go a long way. Even doing the simplest things like saying hello or smiling at someone can totally make their day. In certain parts of Africa, it is said, Bomo Papa Jimi, or Semo no Nihi, which basically means, I will treat others with kindness. Here's a song, I'll Be Nice, or Bomo Papa Jimi.
Nice to my brother, kind to each other, I'll be a friend. And I won't be violent, keep fingers silent, control within. I'll be nice to my brother, kind to each other, I'll be a friend. And I won't be violent, keep fingers silent, control within. I'll be nice to my brother, kind to each other, I'll be a friend. won't be violent. Keep fingers silent, control within. Nice to my brother, kind to each other, I'll be a friend. And I won't be violent, keep fingers silent, control within. I'll be nice to my brother, kind to each other, I'll be a friend. And I won't be violent, keep fingers silent, control within.
Question time. Why is it important to treat others with kindness?
It is important to treat people with kindness because it makes the world a better place.
If you want to be treated with kindness, then you should treat others with kindness.
So then, like, others know that, like, they matter.
Something kind you do for someone else could save their life.
How can we be kind to people?
By listening to them to see what they need help with.
Smiling at people, for instance.
Understanding their point of view.
Opening a door for someone or giving them a compliment.
What should you do if you see someone being bullied? A. Join in and laugh at the person. B. Ignore it and walk away. C. Tell a trusted adult. D. Bully the person as well. The answer is C. Tell a trusted adult.
Kalia, how do you show kindness? I like giving people hugs when they're sad.
Aww. Aww. Yeah, giving hugs and speaking kind words is super important. Our next guest has a super unique talent. We love Beatbox Brian. He's a mouth percussion specialist. Not sure what that is? Take a look.
Hi, I'm Beatbox Brian, and I beatbox. If you don't know what that is, let me give you a little demonstration. You just do a little and then you just imagine a drum set in front of you and you make all the drum sounds. And I got into this probably 10 years ago, and I always liked playing drums, and it's something that if I'm ever feeling lonely, anything, it's always something I can turn to. And there's a lot of people in beatboxing that say that. It's something that helps them get through hard times. For me, it's just so fun. It's an instrument attached to your face. So if you guys want to try, you can just do boots and cats. Boots and cats and boots and cats. So the loop station allows me to loop, 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 my voice. So let's make a song. All right, now for the bass. Live.org, promise to live.org, it's promise to 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 live.org, promise to live.org, promise to live.org, it's promise to live.org, promise to live.org, it's promise to live.org, promise to live.org. I'm out of breath. Thank you so much. Thanks again, everyone, for watching. Again, I'm Beatbox Brian, and promisetolive.org is a resource everyone should know about. Go there, make the promise, and then you can call or text 988. It's like 911, but it's 988. Those are resources available to everyone.
Some people are good at dancing, sports, singing, or even martial arts. Those are definitely skills. The next guest has some pretty awesome ninja skills. Push, pull, push, pull. Hi, I'm Nolan Lincoln, and I think you're awesome. So believe in yourself and love yourself. Always be kind to others to spread positivity wherever you go.
Hi, I'm Peyton.
I'm Ashton. I'm Paxton.
Life is awesome.
But sometimes it can be hard. But the world's a much better place with you in it.
Thanks for being awesome.
See ya.
Hi, my name is Trayden McAdams, and I'm here to tell you about the Promise to Live. If you're feeling sad, depressed, hopeless, or having suicidal ideations, promise to talk. Then, as a part of the promise, share and encourage 2 friends to make the promise too. By sharing this on social media, you can help stop the stigma, start the conversations, and save lives. Join me in taking the promise to live. Visit promisetolive.org and make the promise to live. You're not alone.
Inspiration can come in any size, including our young friend Layton Boyd.
This 4-year-old little girl shares powerful messages every day, reaching millions globally.
She has a special message for us. Hi there, I'm Layton. I'm so glad you're watching Promise to Live. I have a very important message, so listen up. You know, sometimes we all feel like there's a storm inside our heads, making us sad or worried. Guess what? We're like stars shining through those clouds. We might seem small, we are real. Being brave means talking about our feelings and being kind to ourselves. When we share, we help each other shine even brighter. So let's promise to always support each other and remember, we're never alone. We're all brave little stars shining together no matter what.
It's so important to fill our minds and our hearts with good, positive messages daily. Do you guys know what resilience is? I think it's time to check back with Brittany from Something Good Inc. She's going to explain what it means to be resilient.
You know, sometimes life gets hard. There are times when things happen that we don't expect. What do we do when we face difficult times? First of all, remember that going through hard times makes us stronger. Believe in yourself and know that you can make it through. You know, sometimes you just have to ride the wave and try to be patient. Oh, we have the ability to bounce back. And just like an Olympic athlete, we can overcome each hurdle that we face. The word resilient means when a person is able to recover from difficult conditions. We are resilient. We have the power to overcome and the strength to keep on going. Here's the theme song for the statewide program Resilient Utah, called Resilient.
Knocks me down, I get off the ground, promise myself to keep on going.
If the going gets tough, 'cause life can be rough, I know that I'll keep growing.
Hard things we go through make us stronger in the end.
That's how we grow. I know that I can own tomorrow. Rise above the sorrow. I can be the hero. I am resilient. I have the power to overcome. I am resilient. I have the strength to carry on. If I'm feeling alone or left on my own, I will reach out to lift another.
When I give of myself to those who need help, I find that we can heal each other.
Hard things we go through make us stronger in the end.
That's how we grow. I know that I can on tomorrow. Rise above the sorrow. I can be the hero when I am resilient. I have the power to overcome. I am resilient. I have the strength to carry on. And no matter what stands in my way, any mountain I can climb. 'Cause I find hope in every day, and now it is my time to be resilient. I have the power to overcome. I am resilient. I have the strength to carry on. We are resilient. We have the power to overcome. We are resilient. We have the strength to carry on. We are resilient. We have the power to overcome. We are resilient. We have the strength to carry on. We are resilient.
It's question time. How do we grow from hard times?
We can grow through hard times by thinking of something happy or imagining yourself in a happy place.
Being a strong community and a happy community.
We can grow through hard times by learning from our mistakes.
What does resilience mean to you?
Resilience means to keep trying even when things get hard.
To me, resilience means to be able to get back up no matter how many times you're knocked down.
Resilience means that we don't give up.
Resilience means to me to spring back from a hard or difficult situation.
Resilience is having the determination to keep fighting.
We are resilient! Man, that was a catchy tune. I loved it.
Me too. We are more resilient than we think.
We want you to know that you are never alone. If you want to learn more ways to build resilience, visit our partners at resilientu.org. You can do hard things and get through difficult times. You are strong and resilient. And if you are ever struggling, remember to talk to someone you trust, like your parents, your family members, a teacher, or a trusted adult.
Thanks for joining us for Promise to Live. Bye!
Welcome to Promise to Live, the world's largest suicide prevention and mental health show.
We're delivering hope, help, healing, and resources with incredible special guests.
Sibling band SM6.
Performer Kenny Holland.
Actor, singer, songwriter Jackson Dollinger.
Cool, Frankie. They're beautiful!
Oscar-winning actress Brianni Walker.
I mean, there's so much trash around here. Do you really feel it's gonna make a difference?
Indie pop alternative band Animal Sun.
American Indian singer-actress Shannon Kay. And now, let's welcome to the stage, founder and executive producer of Promise to Live, Brandy Vega.
Thank you so much for being here. You are exactly where you're supposed to be right now, doing exactly what you are supposed to be doing. My name is Brandy Vega. I'm the founder of Good Deed Revolution, and I created the Promise to Live campaign. We're about to share messages that you need to hear, and hopefully you'll share too. I almost lost my beautiful, talented teen to suicide, and thankfully her friend had the courage to call 911, and she's still alive today. We got a second chance. Not everyone gets that. I know life can be hard. It can feel dark or hopeless at times. You might feel like you don't matter or that nobody sees you. Those are lies. I promise you, it is not true. You are seen, you matter, and you are loved. I love you. Now look at me. Look me in the eye and make me a promise. Promise to live, but not just live and exist. promise to really live. Find your purpose, find your passion, find what makes you happy, and surround yourself with love and with light. Can you promise me that? I hope so. Now, enjoy the show.
Hey, I'm Chris.
And I'm Chase.
And we are Signal for Pilot.
And we just wrote a song. We're really excited about it. It's called Speak Up. And it's a big part of, mental health, to speak up and, speak your mind. So we're really excited for you guys to hear it.
And it's okay to not be okay. We are here for you, and our song is here for you. We want you to listen to it.
Your Promise to Live hosts are Sophie Pecora and Dakota Lotus.
Dakota is an entertainment industry triple threat. He landed his first major lead role as Cooper Rather in the hit Disney Channel series Coop and Cammy Ask the World.
You can catch Dakota in the upcoming film Thena.
His passions range from the screen to the recording studio, where he's a writer, producer, and singer. Joining Dakota is Sophie Pecora. She loves everything about music, from singing and playing instruments to songwriting.
She's written over 200 songs. Her original pop music has a unique poetry and rap style.
She got the Golden Buzzer on America's Got Talent. Since then, she's released over 20 songs and won tons of award competitions.
Got anxiety, I got it. Thank you so much, Brandy, for having us here.
We are so excited to be a part of The Promise to Live. We have a great show lined up featuring actors, musicians, influencers, and speakers to provide us all with hope, healing, and resources.
We just heard an awesome song about the importance of speaking up about your emotions by Signal for Pilot. Now we have a great message from social media influencer Trey Mackay and middle school students about The Promise to Live.
And we are really excited to hear a powerful message from Academy Award-winning actor John Boyd.
What's up, guys? I'm Trey Mackay, and I'm joined with middle school students to tell you guys about the Promise to Live. If you're feeling sad, depressed,
Or hopeless. Or having suicidal ideations.
Make a promise to reach out to friends.
Family 988
Or another resource.
this is not a promise.
That you will never have these thoughts and feelings.
But rather a promise that you'll talk to someone about it.
Promise to talk. Promise to talk.
Then, as part of the promise,
Share and encourage 2 friends
To make the promise too. By sharing this on social media,
You help stop the stigma.
start the conversation,
And most importantly, saving lives.
visit promisetolive.org and make the promise to live.
Join me along with these incredible students in making the Promise to Live.
because you're worth it.
Because you're worth it.
Because you're worth it.
You deserve it because you are worth it.
I promise to live.
Life is precious. Never give it up. Fight. Hold on to your life. I say that to you kids you're in a tough spot. You're getting a lot of nonsense from the cell phones that you have, from the culture that's been damaged very badly. Hold on to the positive people in your surroundings, your family. Hold on to them and hold on to your life. It's a precious gift, and it's given to you by God. It's your gift. Don't give it away.
Hey guys, this is Kenny Holland. This is a song called Me, Myself, and I wrote years ago. And so my message for you is that sometimes if you feel lost, you'll always be found. And sometimes you gotta lose yourself to find yourself, and that's okay. So this is Me, Myself, and I. Thank you so much.
Maybe I'm human and not as special as I thought. Maybe, just maybe, I need the things that I forgot. And maybe I've acted like a person that I'm not. So maybe I'll give it a second thought. So me, myself, and I've been sitting in the silence, wondering why life is turning out so priceless. But who am I? It's like somebody stole my driver's license. But I'll try to get by with me, myself, and I. This is the last time, but I've said that every time. Got a million broken pieces and reasons why I've been playing all this pretend. And I've been trying to wake up, sick of all the fantasies I've made up. But I've been having these dreams of becoming a rock star. My mind's at war and I'm a bipolar, barely breathing soldier, a blind beholder. Last night I was paralyzed and feeling hella hypnotized when I realized that this is my real life. Oh, so me, myself, and I've been sitting in the silence, wondering why life is turning out so priceless. I think I'm finally finding who I am, and I sure like it. So I'll try to get by with me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. Oh, me, myself, and I. wondering why life is turning out so priceless. I'm glad someone in San Francisco stole my driver's license, 'cause I know I'll get by.
That was an amazing song, Kenny. Thank you.
One thing that is extremely important, but oftentimes difficult to do, is to be able to open up and talk to someone about your mental health.
It's so hard, but it's the first step to healing.
So throughout the show, we are going to be sharing portions of a message between father and son, Tim and Trey McAdams. Now, Tim is a Hollywood stuntman and speaker, and his son Trey is a martial artist, gymnast, and YouTuber. They start off their message discussing the importance of opening up and talking about your mental health.
Then we'll hear from Brianni Walker, a multi-talented, award-winning teen actress, writer, director, producer, rapper, music producer, red carpet host, and presenter. And she's only 16.
Wow. Did you also know that she has her own anti-bullying nonprofit organization called Brianni Walker Stop Bullying Me? Let's take a listen.
Hello, I'm Tim McAdams, professional speaker, actor, and stuntman. This is my son, Trey McAdams, black belt martial artist, Tumblr, content developer, and most importantly, a student. We're here today working with Promise to Live, and I was asked to put together a quick video, kind of talking about the importance of being in the right mind space, and I thought it'd be a great thing to do as a conversation. And the reason why I thought it was a great thing to do as a conversation is because we want to encourage people to start having more conversations, and I felt, what better person to have a conversation with than my own son? And so I'll ask you, Trey, do you ever have those moments where maybe you feel sad?
Yes, often.
Yeah? Maybe depressed?
Yes, sometimes.
Yeah. Do you ever have any moments where maybe you lack confidence, or you question yourself, or question your worth?
Yes, and I know a lot of people that also go through that.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting, and for those of you that know Trey, and even if you don't know Trey, just from me talking about some of his accomplishments, I mean, he's done so many things at 13 years old and been able to accomplish a lot of fantastic things, and no one would think that any of those emotions that were just mentioned were things that would be associated to him. And I think it's so healthy to hear that despite all the things that people see and the accomplishments that he's had, that he still feels these things on the inside.
I'm gonna mandate bullying into a federal statutory law, because bullying doesn't just happen at school. It can happen at home and your workplace. People with authority feel that they can bully others and get away with it. It has to stop. I'm gonna be answering 2 questions for you guys. What did you do to work through bullying and suicide ideations? I had to stand up to the bullies. Bullies only bully people because they feel like they're weak-minded. Bullies have their own issues that they're dealing with at home, and they take it out on someone else. You have to tell an adult or someone that you trust so that the bullying can stop. What advice do you have for teens who are struggling with bullying and suicide ideations? My advice is to never give up. Don't be silent. It is just letting the devil win. Stand up, speak up, because you matter.
Hey, we're SM6, and today we want to talk about happiness.
So many people talk about chasing happiness or finding happiness. I think it's more about choosing happiness in spite of external circumstances.
Yeah, we understand that's easier said than done, but note that self-care is not selfish whatsoever. It's important you dedicate time to yourself, and that could be anything. It could be walking your dog, watching your favorite movie, meditating,
Just
journaling.
doing stuff that makes you happy.
Yeah.
Because true happiness comes from within.
I don't wanna be depressed. Fighting all day with the demons in my head. I was just trying to get dressed. Gotta switch it up, but I'm staying in my sweats. I never asked to be so sad. It's my imbalance. Wish that I could sit down, relax. It's such a challenge. Let me be happy just this once. Let me be happy. Let me be happy just this once. Let me be happy. It's always something else. What's next? Feeling like life's leaving me on red. I was just trying to manifest all the good things. Yeah, I'ma do my best. I know I've got to ride the wave, but I'm getting tired. The ocean's made of gasoline, and my brain's alive.
great song by SM6, Let Me Be Happy. That's all any of us want, right? To be happy.
But it's also important to know that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to have feelings of sadness, discouragement, and disappointment. We all do. That's life.
That's right, Sophie. And we want to provide you with some resources and coping skills to help you manage those feelings.
One of those coping skills is the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. Start with a deep breath, then identify 5 things you can see.
5 things I can see. Well, I see the lighting, I see a camera, I see LED lights, this amazing background behind me, and my eyebrows looking good.
Nice. Next, identify 4 things you can feel.
Things I can feel. I feel my clothes, feel my hair, I feel your presence, and I feel the air conditioning. It feels nice. All right, my turn, Sophie. Identify 3 sounds that you can hear.
I can hear your voice, I can hear my voice, and I can hear the humming of the air conditioner.
Nice. All right, now identify 2 things that you can smell, and you might need to be a little creative with this one.
Okay, I can smell some perfume, and I can smell some of my lunch from earlier. And the last one, Dakota, is identify 1 thing you can taste. If you can't taste anything, think of your favorite thing to taste.
My favorite thing to taste? Mint chip ice cream. Who doesn't love it?
We're gonna check back in with Tim and Trey to hear what Trey does when he has these feelings.
And then we'll be hearing from 14-time world champion martial artist Ethan Feinschreiber about some additional coping skills.
So now my follow-up question would be is, in these moments, because obviously you're still continuing to thrive and do great things, what do you do to put yourself back in perspective, to get yourself back focused so you continue to be productive in the midst of feeling those emotions?
Yes, and even though some of you might know, I just want to make references, even the most successful people in the world, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, etc., and a whole bunch of celebrities, content developers, anyone, they all go through emotions. So there's a lot of different ways of coping with it. But the way I cope with it is thinking towards the positive, thinking of all the things I've accomplished, and just being grateful for everything that I have and having an incredible life, having an incredible dad, just being able to actually express my feelings to someone and actually just being positive.
Wow, yeah, you couldn't have said it any better. He mentioned some of the most successful people in the world, and I think everybody feels those emotions. But the last thing you said is being able, one of the last things you said, being able to talk to somebody about it. And I think it's so healthy to understand, and this is one of the things the Promise to Live is standing for, is making sure they're starting the conversation. And it's amazing that as you start the conversation, you start talking with people, you realize that you're not alone.
Exactly.
That a lot of people, I mean, almost anybody at some point is gonna go through moments. I know I've experienced it, where I lacked self-confidence, I lacked belief, I had lack of clarity, my vision was kind of blurred. And as a result of that, sometimes you feel sad, depressed, frustrated, irritated. But realizing that I'm not alone in the struggle was helpful at the beginning. But then being able to lean on someone and get that positive feedback, get that positive realignment, and sometimes having people remind you of how awesome you really are.
Yeah.
My name is Ethan Feinschreiber, and I'm a 14-time world champion in martial arts. And I am on the autism spectrum, and as someone on the autism spectrum, I suffer from an anxiety disorder. It's had a huge effect on my life, but thankfully it's something that doesn't have as much of an effect anymore because I've learned how to cope with it using various mechanisms. I just like to think about something that I'm passionate about, just something that I like. One of the greatest ways to calm yourself down, especially in more stressful situations, especially from external stimulation, and it's not like just a random panic attack, can be just changing your state of mind. For example, if you're stuck in traffic and you have to be somewhere really, really soon, you can stress out about it and think, holy crap, this sucks, my life sucks. I just think about what I like to see when I'm driving, whether it be the mountains, the sky, the clouds, other cars, stuff like that, and that can be fairly soothing. So I hope these tips helped. They've definitely helped me over the years, along with a bunch of other tactics.
Great ideas for coping. Sophie, what you doing?
Well, one way that I cope with my feelings is to express them through music. So I wanted to share some feelings I've had through my song, Extrovert.
The floor is yours.
Thank you. I forgot how to socialize. It's embarrassing, and I don't know why. I could stay up all through the night, just
just rethinking what I would say better next time. At some point I got insecure. I cared too much about the words that come out of my mouth. How do people do it? Face just keeps on moving. I wanna talk to someone without feeling anxious. Think I'm no fun with our conversations. Oh, all I want right now is to calm right down and not overthink my every word. Talk to someone without my heart racing, so I escape to my imagination. Oh, all I want right now is to see myself living in another universe. I hope my alter ego is an extrovert. I think I would be happier that way. Maybe I would have more friends, go out to the parties often. I would be invited places, get along with everyone I meet. I won't feel bad Saturday night at home watching TV. No, I wouldn't think I'm missing out. I'm always there right in the crowd. I'd probably drown if I wasn't out. I'd hate that, wanna get out. Is that how it should be? What it should like? These questions are swallowing me. Would I be a better version of myself? That's what I would like to believe, but it's all a dream. I'll never be that version of me I always see when I can't fall asleep. Imagining me talking away, have so much to say. I just don't. I'm good with listening and they think I'm bored, but I'm interested. Not good at showing it. This how I live. There's nothing wrong with that, but at some point I got insecure. I cared too much about the words that come out of my mouth. How do people do it? Face just keeps on moving. I wanna talk to someone without feeling anxious. Think I'm no fun with our conversations. Oh, all I want right now is to calm right down and not overthink my every word. Talk to someone without my heart racing, so I escape to my imagination. Oh, all I want right now is to see myself living in another universe. I hope my alter ego is an extrovert. I hope my alter ego is an extrovert.
Wow, that was incredible, Sophie.
Thank you.
Great job. Oh my gosh. Now we have a special segment for you.
This is James Dixon. Most of the time, I'm always excited and motivated when I'm talking, but today my heart is heavy in this regard. I've been talking with my good friend, River Brooksby, about overcoming when a relative takes their life. Whatever it is, your challenges your dad had, whether he died, whether it had been through cancer or any other way, his death doesn't mean that was any less valid than any other death.
Yep.
The only thing is that we want to avoid people making decisions of ending themselves when their story isn't finished. And the people that take their lives think that it ends with them, but the pain doesn't end there, does it?
No. It honestly was a lot harder when it actually happened because he'd been saying stuff for a couple months now, and Christmas came around and he tried and he started getting a little better. He was kind of starting his own little car flipping business, and then March came around and we ended up getting a call from the police and
said your dad had taken his life.
Yep.
The decisions and choices that he made are not your choices. He is not you. How are you handling living with that?
It's been hard. My dad is like my best friend, and he taught me every single thing I know in life, you know, and it puts you in a state of mind where you tell yourself over and over that it's fake, it's not real, you know. It doesn't allow you to actually heal from that. So for me, and that's like the hardest part, because that hurts worse than if I were to actually grieve that and go through that with my family, you know. Yeah.
Because we wonder, what could I have done? What could I have said? There's nothing you could have done. Well, there is something we're doing today. I don't know who's going to be listening, who ends up watching, but I know this much. You and I will make a difference. And if there's a kid watching right now and their parent has taken their life, what advice would you give them?
The thing that's helped me a lot is being close to family. It pulled us all together really close, and I would lean on your family and let yourself feel those emotions. Don't try to block them up, because that's one of the hardest things you can do, is act like everything's okay and try to act strong for everybody else, because you are your own person, you have your own feelings, and you don't need to carry other people's feelings on your shoulders as well.
Yeah. There's no reason for us to feel like we have to carry the weight of the world.
Yeah.
You know? It's a mutual burden that we all share, we all hurt, and it's all right to hurt. I don't know, sometimes we get into the idea that just because I'm a man, I'm not supposed to cry. I'm not supposed to break down. But real manhood feels everything. There's emotional intelligence, there's IQ, there's social intelligence, how you act around people, how you think, how you feel, and you're allowed to be all those things. And I want to release you of that same thing. You don't have to be strong for anyone. You already are strong. You were born to be strong. You're not your dad. You're a reminder to the rest of the world that you can survive it. You can be an example, you can encourage other people. I mean, that's what you're doing now.
Yeah.
If you have been watching us, we've been very transparent and open. River, I thank you for the fact that you would even talk about this for anyone else's purpose.
Yeah, of course.
But I believe you have helped change some lives. You will help save a life. I do not know what it's like for my father to even be in my life. But the one thing about that is that you get to keep those memories. And because of that memory, you get to keep his name going and growing through the way you help save other lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I thank you for doing that today.
Yeah, of course.
What a powerful interview from James Dixon.
When struggling with your mental health, it's important to know that there are multiple organizations and resources to help educate and support you.
That's right, Dakota. Let's hear what actor, singer, and music producer Jackson Dollinger has to say, as well as YouTube influencer Chelsea Latcher and DJ Apocalypse.
Hey guys, I'm Jackson Dollinger. I'm an actor from the Disney Channel original series Sydney to the Max. I'm also an artist. You can listen to my latest song, Happiness, right here. It's playing in the background. But I just want to come on here and talk to you about an important resource called 988. It is pretty much the mental health hotline, just like 911, but for mental health. And you can always access it if you feel like you're in a dark place and want to talk to someone.
Hi, I'm Chelsea Latcher. As a teen, there's a lot we face that can take a toll on our mental health. It may seem like we're alone, but we're not. There are some great organizations that provide resources, help, and healing. The JED Foundation, or JED, is a nonprofit that protects emotional health and prevents suicide for our nation's teen and young adults, giving them the skills and support they need to thrive today and tomorrow. There's help out there. Don't be afraid to ask for it.
Just like so many people across the globe, my family has been directly affected by the tragedies of suicide. And in their honor, that's why I took the Promise to Live challenge at promisetolive.org. And I would ask that you do the same. Whether or not you're struggling, if you're feeling hopeless, if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling depressed, suicidal, I urge you to please speak to a loved one, a family member, a friend, someone you trust, or you can even call or text 988. I'm DJ Apocalypse, official DJ for Real Salt Lake, and I took the Promise to Live challenge.
We encourage anyone who is feeling in a dark place to call 988 for help. Someone is always there ready to listen.
And in addition to the JED Foundation, there are other great organizations out there, such as the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, the Trevor Project, and the National Alliance on Mental Health, or NAMI, just to name a few.
Let's hear about another resource called 90 and 9, a nonprofit started by Nick and Darla Day. It promotes healthy living through media and the performing arts.
And then we have an incredible message and song from Animal Sun, winners of the Rock Pop Song of the Year at the Hollywood Independent Music Awards.
My name is Nick Day, and I am one of the co-creators of 90 and 9. It's all about reaching out to other people and asking for help and being there for each other, and as a community, surrounding each other and lifting each other up. What we're trying to accomplish is to help people understand their self-worth and their potential, and hopefully be inspired to go out and do what they can to reach it.
I'm Darla Day, and I am a co-creator and co-founder of 90 and 9. The reason that we created 90 and 9 and the show Fighter was because I was baffled by this mental health crisis that was happening. And I felt such a pull to help. I wanted to tell that story through art. As we were writing this story, I'm like, this is my story. Like, this is how I felt. That like each of these characters represented something that I felt, especially obviously the journey of a phoenix, crashing, falling, and then rising from the ashes. But then as it's gone on, I'm like, this isn't just my story. This is everybody's story. And sometimes you just need that little light, that little bit of hope to just keep going. And we found that time and again, not only through the participants, the people performing, but the people watching, that just that moment of hope is sometimes enough to save a life.
Hi, my name is Sarah Blake of the band Animal Sun, and tonight our song Walk the Line is about walking that tightrope between the version of you that you would like to be and the version that everybody else wants you to be, and the toll that takes on your mental health. Never lose sight of the person that you really are.
Losing my faith in a quiet room, the sun through the cracks of my mental doom, searching for a glimpse of a real me, feeling like I live 500 lives, and every time I fail just before I die, battling in a voice before it consumes me. We've been living like we're strangers, while the devil's waiting in the dark, and his voice sounds a bit like mine. So tired of putting on these faces, you know they don't wanna see those scars. We do this dance till the end of time. All of this lost just to make a name, but everywhere I go the streets all look the same. Walking targets through the scope of machines. We've been living like we're strangers, while the devil's waiting in the dark, and his voice sounds a bit like mine. So tired of putting on these faces, you know they don't wanna see those scars. We do this dance till the end of time.
You know, one way I like to cope is by writing music, but also to reaching out to people that I love, family or friends.
Alright.
No. Let me ask you a question. Do you know what you mean to me? You mean the world to me, don't you know it's true? There's no one like you. Come over in my direction so I can help you understand that I'll never find someone as kind as you anywhere. I'm your biggest fan, and when I'm with you, I'm feeling such good vibes. You're who I turn to, and let me tell you why. When I'm down and out, I look for a friend like you. I've been around the world and never met someone like you. When I'm feeling down, it lifts me to think of you. Oh yeah, I'm so grateful for a friend like you. No, I'm so thankful to have you in my life. Hey, you bring out the best in me. When I'm with you, I feel so free. In the darkness, you're my light. You're so hardworking, and I'm amazed by who you are. No, you and me together, there ain't nothing we can't do. You're a shining star, and when you're around, you're brightening up my day. Lift me from the ground. I wanted to say, when I'm down and out, I look for a friend like you. I've been around the world and never met someone like you. When I'm feeling down, it lifts me to think of you. No, I'm so grateful for a friend like you. No, when I'm down and out, I look for a friend like you. No, I've been around the world and never met someone like you. When I'm feeling down, it lifts me to think of you. No, I'm so grateful for a friend like you. No.
Wow, that was incredible, Dakota.
Thank you.
It's really important to be that friend. Please reach out to those who are alone or feel like they are in a dark place. They need you.
We're all part of a team, and each member of that team is vital and important to the team's success. Let's listen to what sports broadcaster Tony Parks has to say.
And don't forget, we have messages from actors Edward Gelhaus and Tyler Lofton, and health and beauty product owner Jen Lugo.
Hi, I'm Tony Parks, and I love working in sports and entertainment because I love to see people work together as a team. I also work a lot with individuals who aren't wearing jerseys or aren't a part of a team or club. But that's also a team sport. It's the team of the tremendous amount of support and love that goes to anybody who needs help out there. Never feel like the resources aren't there, or that you wouldn't be welcomed with love, or that people don't care. It would shock you how many people want you in this world, because the best version of this world can't exist without you in it.
Hey guys, Edward Gelhaus, and I'm here supporting the Promise to Live campaign. I took the challenge and I invite you to do the same. In this, we remind ourselves that times in life sometimes can get hard. We feel alone, we feel unsure of what our place is in the world, and in those times we feel desperate. But here we remind ourselves that there's always somebody to turn to. There's family, there's friends, there's all of us around that have had the same feeling, and we all group together as a community to remind ourselves that we are loved and we are appreciated and we can get through it. So I took the challenge. I invite you to do the same.
Hey guys, I'm Tyler. I'm Ben.
I'm Emma.
And we're the cast of The Short Game. We're here to let you know that we just took a promise to live. I pledged.
I pledged.
And I pledged. And you should too.
Definitely should.
Good morning from beautiful Puerto Rico. My name is Jen Lugo, and I am the mom of Trey McKay, social media star and recording artist. And I am here to give a message to all of you teenagers out there who are struggling with your mental health. I want to encourage you to keep on going and to know that things do get better. I promise things get better. It may not seem like it now, but one day you'll wake up and you'll find that things just feel different. They feel lighter, they feel possible. And I believe in your strength, and I care about you. So please don't give up. Please keep going and know that things do get better. Continue to make the best choices that you can in the meantime. And just keep imagining the life that you want and hang on to that hope, because it does exist.
Our next performer is Shannon Kay, an American Indian actress, singer, and influencer. As a teen, she struggled with depression and harmed herself after she fell prey to the dangers of social media. Her song, Run, beautifies her Indian roots merging with her Western culture.
Hi, this is Shannon Kay. I'm a singer-songwriter and influencer. I'm very passionate about mental health because I too have been through my own battles of mental health and depression. And so I wrote this song called Run, which basically empowers all the people who are afraid of showing their ethnicity and their roots. And it's just an encouragement to all those people that they don't need to hide themselves away. They're perfect the way they are, and they can definitely rule the city. So I hope you guys like it.
Hey, Mr. Suit, are you listening? Did you forget what our dream is? I'm sick of your rules and your reasons. Yeah, I'm just here planning a mission. Stop trying to give me a ceiling. If I will fight for a freedom. The clock is ticking, the tides are changing. A revolution is here to stay. We're gonna run this city, knock, knock, get ready. Run, get with it. Time's up, we're winning. Run for your life if you're not a believer. Run this city, knock, knock, we're coming for ya. Now that we spilled all your secrets, we got you at your weakest. But with this team by my side, we stand undefeated. We're not afraid, got something to say. So are you in or out? History's made when we misbehave, so we ain't stepping out. The clock is ticking, the tides are changing. A revolution is here to stay. We're gonna run this city, knock, knock, get ready. Run, get with it. Time's up, we're winning. Run for your life if you're not a believer. Run this city, knock, knock, we're coming for ya. We're coming for ya. We're coming for ya. Run for your life if you're not a believer. Run for your life if you're not a believer. Run for your life if you're not a believer. You better run, you better run for your life if you're not a believer. We're gonna run this city, knock, knock, get ready. Run, get with it. Time's up, we're winning. Run for your life if you're not a believer. Run this city, knock, knock, we're coming for ya. We're coming for ya. Yeah, we're coming, we're winning, we're coming for ya.
This has been an incredible, inspiring show.
Now, before we wrap up, let's throw it back to Tim and Trey for some final thoughts.
And then National Resilience speaker Duncan Kirkwood and musician BJ Griffin.
We're all born with unique gifts. We're all born with something wonderful and amazing to bring to the world. And in the midst of frustration and sadness, sometimes it's easy to forget that. So what I'm going to encourage you today to do is reach out if you're feeling any of those emotions. Don't fight that battle by yourself. And in the midst of talking with somebody, make sure that you come out of it seeing the positive, like Trey said, seeing the goodness, seeing the things you've accomplished, and focusing your mind on what's to come. Because there are great things to come. And the only reason why great things won't come is if you get consumed by those temporary darknesses.
Always look towards the positive, guys. The sun is bright.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. The sun is bright. And if you're living in that bright sunshine right now and everything's bright for you, my final word is reach out to a friend. Reach out to a family member. If you're comfortable with it, if you see somebody that maybe is not a friend or family, but you can tell they're kind of in an uneasy place, be willing to ask. Be willing to open your mouth, because maybe they won't come to you. Perhaps coming to them could be the difference. So with that, today we want you to make the promise to live. Remember, you're not alone. When you're in the midst of it, reach out. When you're not in the midst of it, reach out. What's important is that we keep the conversation going. God bless you. Stay positive, stay encouraged, and know the best days are ahead of you.
What's going on here? It's Duncan Kirkwood, and I took the promise to live. And what that means is I'm making a promise that if I ever feel sad, depressed, suicidal, that I'm gonna find a family member, a trusted friend, somebody to support me in that moment, or I might just call 988 or text 988 to get some support from some professionals. I want you to take that same promise because we are losing too many people to suicide. So just take the promise to live, and when you have a thought, you have a moment, you just take a second, you say, you know what, I did take that promise, let me go ahead and text 988, or let me call a trusted friend and get some support in this moment because we want you to stay, we need you to stay, this world needs you.
Hey everyone, my name is BJ Griffin. I wanted to share that I made the promise to live. I must admit that this was a little difficult to talk about. I've been there, I've called the suicide hotline, and I'm just so grateful for resources like this, and there are resources for help out there, and I'm so glad to be a part of this initiative. If you make the promise now, you're more likely to use it. So make the promise to live.
Hold on. The darkness does not last. The sun will always rise. Find your light.
Together, let's talk about it. Whether it's your parents, friends, 988, or another resource, reach out. You're not alone.
And we're here for you too.
Thank you to all our actors, influencers, musicians, and speakers for your messages of hope and healing.
They care about your life. You're loved.
And you're definitely not alone.
Now, as we close out, enjoy a final message and song from the indie rock band Pool House. I'll see you next time, and don't forget to make the promise to live. See ya.
Bye.
Hi, we're the band Pool House. We're excited to share our latest music video with you. Before we do that, we want to talk about something that's important to us, mental health.
We perform and talk to youth and students all the time, and we want you to know that we do care about you and that you aren't alone. Whether you're dealing with depression, anxiety, or other mental health issues, there is help. If you are struggling, you can always call or text the National Lifeline at 988. We also hope that you will make the promise to live, and not just live, but also find what lights your fire within and gives you strength, power, and courage.
Check out our latest song, Sour. We hope you like it.
I saw you with the kickback. I swear it never tastes so bad, but I couldn't admit that, 'cause I'm not even on it. Switch pace while you become a model. I'm shit-faced, I'll tell you tomorrow. You get high 'cause that's where you keep it. I kinda lied but kept all your secrets. You get away 'cause it's all you ever wanted. Middle age, have you home in a rocket. I'll turn it off when the banging in my head stops. If it ever stops, if it ever stops. I tune it out like it's the same without you. I've been on the same shit since the last we spoke. What happened? Did you forget what you told me? We were in the backseat. Sweet summer love turned sour. So loud and it only gets louder. I miss you on the way out, but you know just what I think about. So hit me on the way down, 'cause I'm not really on it. It's too bad you'll never outgrow it. I'm too fast to care where I'm going. It all sounds the same when I'm taking off. I'm taking off. I'm taking off. I tune it out like it's the same without you. I've been on the same shit since the last we spoke. What
Welcome to Promise to Live, the world's largest suicide prevention and mental health show.
We're delivering hope, help, healing, and resources with incredible special guests. Award-winning actor John Boyd.
Once upon a time, there was a magical place where it never rained. The end.
Citizen Soldier and Royal Bliss.
I know there's beauty in the danger. There's beauty in the misery.
Dr. Mehmet Oz.
We can't afford to lose one more day, one more life to stigma and inaction.
Stephen Sharp Smith from the Piano Guys.
Singer Kenny Holland.
Country music legend Colin Ray.
I don't know how long I'll be, but I'm not gonna let you down.
Real estate mogul and television star Brandon Fugal.
Was I convinced that the UFO phenomena was real, that there was some cause or origin to this? No, but I was intrigued.
Country artist Savannah Brister.
And now, let's welcome to the stage, founder and executive producer of Promise to Live, Brandy Vega.
Hi, my name is Brandy Vega. I am the founder of Good Deed Revolution and the Promise to Live campaign. I want to talk about the power of a promise. Studies show we're much more likely to keep a promise we make ahead of time. I know when I almost lost my loved one to suicide, I promised God that I would do anything if He saved her. So here we are, and I'm glad that you are here because we need you. You know, sometimes we don't love ourselves enough to want to live, but we fight for others. And when it comes to suicide, I personally believe that people don't really want to die. They just want to kill what's hurting. Our mission is to deliver hope, help, healing, and resources through media that helps us start conversations, stop the stigma, and save lives. We all have our struggles and strengths, but the world is better because you are in it. And there's nothing we can't get through together. So please stay. And stay tuned to our heartfelt and inspired show, made perfectly just for you.
What's up? We're SM6, and we're here to remind you that you're perfect.
I think a lot of people struggle with their self-image, especially today now that social media plays such a prominent role in everybody's daily lives. And there was a time in our life where we were bullied online, and it caused lots of insecurities and self-doubt. But then we later realized that what they said is just not true. So whether it's something someone tells you or something you tell yourself, just stop. Take a breather.
You don't need to be fixed. You aren't broken. You're perfect just the way you are. So embrace and be proud of where you are right now because you're doing great.
I fall short every time. Damn, a bar is so high. Can't stand comparing. Why do I even try? I can compete this time. Always second guessing. Try so hard to fit in. They all had to feel this. Worrying if I'm good enough. Am I really good enough? I feel the need to fix myself.
Your Promise to Live hosts are Yehosh Bonner and Ganelin Condi.
Yehosh is an accomplished artist, award-winning performer, host, husband, father, athlete, and has a huge heart. He's always serving the community.
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Joining Yehosh is Ganelin. She's a popular speaker, host, and best-selling author, as well as a mental health advocate, social commentator, and faith warrior.
After the heartbreaking suicide of her 40-year-old sister, she is constantly working towards prevention.
Welcome to Promise to Live. I'm Yehosh, and we have a great show for you with many inspirational messages and wonderful talents.
And I'm Ganelin. We have celebrities, singers, artists, and influencers. We want to give you the tools that will help you navigate the rough waters of life.
Ganelin is here in honor of her sister who died by suicide and has made this part of her life's mission.
This one is for you, Megan, and in remembrance of all of those we've lost and those who might be struggling.
There is hope, help, and you are not alone.
Let's begin with a special message from Utah's Governor Spencer Cox.
I'm Utah Governor Spencer Cox. I've been an advocate for mental health and suicide prevention, and I've openly shared my own struggles. I've taken the promise to live, and I invite you to do it as well. We need everyone, everywhere, to promise right now, promise whether or not you struggle, that if you ever feel sad, depressed, hopeless, or suicidal, that you will reach out to a friend, a family member, a trusted resource, or call or text 988. Studies show we are more likely to keep a promise made ahead of time. We need you. You matter. Every 40 seconds, someone dies by suicide. In that same amount of time, you can take the promise to live and share it on social media. When we share it, it helps stop the stigma, start conversation, and save lives. It's something so simple yet significant. It's a tangible way everyone getting involved can actually do something for suicide prevention. Please join the Promise to Live right now.
Utah leads the way in industry, economy, and their leaders were instrumental in launching 988, the 24/7 suicide prevention and mental health crisis line.
They also launched Live On, a statewide effort to prevent suicide by promoting education, providing resources, and changing our culture around suicide and mental health.
And they have a new resource available for anyone, anywhere in the world. Check out the world's first ever free suicide prevention course taught entirely over Instagram. Check it out at Live On Utah on Instagram. Take the courses at your own pace. Each is just a few minutes.
When you complete it, you will be a certified suicide prevention ambassador.
We'll have lots of resources, but do you know what touches everyone? Music.
Yep, that's right. Kenny Holland is a well-known American singer, songwriter, and actor.
He has amassed a huge following on social media and on his YouTube channel.
Here to perform his song, So Loud, is Kenny Holland.
This is So Loud, a new song that I've released. It's about your angels and not feeling down because we got angels all around. Life is about singing our story and using our voice and being who we are and singing it so loud.
I've gone nowhere, but I've been right here before. Stuck in moments, hoping for open doors. Every fork in the road is more than a metaphor. Left to right, fight or flight, black or white. But I'm seeing color for sure. was alone until now. I knew I needed change somehow.
You know, we all have those little voices in our head, nagging us, trying to tear down our self-worth.
Life is so good at throwing those unexpected things at us. Diseases, death, natural disasters, and financial crises, just to name a few.
It is the experiences of life, really going through the refiner's fire, that make us stronger. The fire is what transforms us.
Let's now check in with some other professionals who have been so loud and passionate about mental health. You should recognize some of these from TV and media.
Suicide Prevention Day. It awakens us to a growing problem. Suicide is the leading cause of death for 15 to 29-year-olds, these young people in the brightest parts of their lives. Now, there's lots of reasons why this is happening, but it's a long-term solution to a short-term problem. So if you're down, just hold on for help. People love you. They're going to be there for you. They'll help you if you awaken all of us to the pain you're feeling. But here's a word to the loved ones. That's what I want to focus on now. Right? Your friends, if they're worried, right? If they feel guilt or shame, if they feel like they're a burden to others, if they feel empty or hopeless, if they're full of rage, if they have feeling unbearable pain, physical and emotional, if there's a big change in their behavior, all these are signs. Signs to you, right? You got to be there for them. You got to reach out and be persistent. Now, when I started talking about health, publicly 20 years ago, I used to focus a lot on physical health. Then I began to realize the reason people were not taking care of their bodies, the temple of their soul, is because they didn't appreciate how special they were. There was an emotional problem underlying the bigger physical challenges that they were facing. And I'm realizing more and more that that's really the epidemic that we're facing in America. Now, whether it's because you don't feel grounded, whether you haven't found peace with your faith, whether there's some struggle that you're trying to cope with from earlier in your life, there are many reasons why you may feel like you're falling apart from the rest of society, like you're not part of the community. But we're here for you. You do matter. You always have mattered. You're always going to matter. So allow the rest of humanity to play that safety net for you, because we're defined by the people in our lives. And fundamentally, that's what's kept us going all these years.
I'm all about fire. Fire is very transformative. There isn't a single fire in the whole world that hasn't transformed whatever it's burning. And for me, fire is a very healing tool to assist in the transformation of oneself. It is a tool that causes energetic healing. Now, if I could give anybody any advice, it'd be to listen to yourself, listen to your heart, love yourself, and know that you are a powerful being. Know that you are whatever you speak into creation. Repeat after me. I am a beautiful, loving, creative, inspiring, powerful, joyful, abundant being of light and love. I love myself.
Hi, I'm Brandon Fugel from the hit TV series The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch, reminding you you are not alone. I've struggled with anxiety, with depression. I've had my dark moments in life. And I'm so thankful that I made the promise to live. Please know that there are people who love you and that it is always worth making that promise and sticking to it. There is always light around the corner.
We are excited that you are here joining us today. Everyone is valued and important.
Our next artist is Memphis-based singer-songwriter Savannah Brister. She has a stunning way of grabbing her audience's attention and commanding the hearts of everyone who hears her.
You might remember her from The Voice with her powerful vocals and emotional songwriting. She resonates with everyone in the crowd and makes them feel welcome with her quirky personality.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Savannah Brister, and you are about to listen to one of my most vulnerable songs yet. It is called Feelings, and everything that happened in the song really did happen. My therapist was realizing I was not talking in therapy, so she sent me home to write. And I went home and sat at my piano, and the song is what came out of it. It has helped me walk through so many painful seasons in my life, from depression, anxiety, suicidal ideation, you name it, I've probably been through it, and I just love that God allowed me to write this to not only get me through some of my hardest seasons, but it's also touched others to help them get through theirs. And so I hope you like it, and I hope it makes you feel not so alone. And I love you guys.
My therapist says I stuff my feelings and keep them all locked down so I don't feel them. 20 years of numbness has felt just fun to live with. She said to write it down as my homework. Put a pen to paper and embrace the hurt. I've been unpacking it, but it still feels like I'm just doing my best, working the steps, less fake smiling. Who knew that emotions could rack up a tab, just 100, and I would not feel quite as bad. I just hope that this thing people call healing makes its way to me and my feelings. You can call this my mental health to-do list. Let's start with depression, man. Ain't she a gem? And anxiety has been a best friend to me. I'm just doing my best, working the steps, less fake smiling. Who knew that emotions could rack up a tab, just 100, and I would not feel quite as bad. I just hope that this thing people call healing makes its way to me and my feelings. Tired of the I'm fine act, you would think it's a trend. People put on a show that's worth a street Oscar win. We're all hiding the truth, lonely in the same room. We're just doing our best, working the steps, let's fake smiling. Who knew that emotions could rack up a tide, just 100, and I would not feel as bad. I just hope that this thing people call healing makes its way to me and my high feelings.
I'm Mark Haddis, and I want to talk about interrupting those persistent thoughts. When I had persistent thoughts, there was always some underlying desire that was rooted in fear and possibly hostility. And it was not coming from love. If we can identify what it is that we want and cancel it, let it go, release it. So for example, if I have a goal to harm myself, I would actually check in like, well, what is it I want? Well, I want attention, I want love, I want connection. So if we summarize that, I want to live a different kind of life, or I want to end the life I'm in. So I would say I cancel my goal to end the life I'm in. And then I'd breathe and feel whatever emotions come up. They're not going to last more than about 90 seconds. And on the other side of that, when you get clear, it's like, okay, is there anything else that I want? And notice what comes up. It's counterintuitive, but if you can move toward canceling your goals and trust that process, I found that the persistent thoughts that I was trying to run from before just disappeared.
Hey everybody, Clay Olson here with Fight the New Drug and Impact Suite. I just wanted to get on really quick and talk to anybody out there who feels like their depression challenges, their anxiety issues, their mental health struggles, and their addiction challenges and struggles, that those are lifelong conditions. Do you believe that? Have you heard that these are issues that you're gonna follow you for the rest of your lives? And is that true? Well, the reality is that we've done research. We studied the literature over several decades, and we've worked with hundreds of thousands of individuals from across the globe. And what we found is that not only are these issues not lifelong conditions, and that they don't have to follow you for the rest of your life, but that there is hope in a better future, in actually obtaining long-lasting healing and recovery. It's true. As we start to get curious about our own lifestyles and the things that might be driving these behaviors and these challenges to manifest in our lives, we start to make micro changes and adjustments in meaning and purpose and our lifestyles and our human connection. We start to see not just a linear improvement, brick by brick, but rather a catalytic compounding upward spiral in our lives that not only inspires those around us, but changes our lives for good. My t-shirt right here says, "Someday starts today." And we believe that. We believe that someday, better future that you're hoping for starts right now.
We love the hope we feel through music. And all of our special artists, a big thank you to you. And a big thank you to mental health coach Mark Haddis for those great tips. Let's join Brandy Vega. She went to the Hollywood Independent Music Awards and caught up with some pretty amazing artists.
Hey there, Brandy Vega here at the Hollywood Independent Music Awards, and it is an honor to be here tonight. We've been invited and are being recognized as the nonprofit with Promise to Live. We're going to be asking all of these amazing celebrities, VIPs, and performers. These musicians are top line. We're going to be sharing the Promise to Live campaign with them, and we're going to share words of encouragement, how they find hope, help, healing, and we've got a few resources. Check it out.
When I almost lost my daughter, I shared on social media. Do you know what happened?
It touched and reached millions of people.
Yeah, I became a safe place. And then people started talking to me, so we were able to start conversations, stop stigma, and save lives. That's what we want to do with you, so please, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Gordon. This is close to my heart. I know we all struggle. We're in this together. It doesn't matter who you are. We're all in this, and we need you to stay. So please take and share that promise.
The incredible Dylan Berry.
I'm glad to be here. I'm a entrepreneur, speaker guy, radio show host.
He's a big deal. He's with Smash House. He does a lot of different things. He's being very humble.
I'm here because I want to support teen mental health.
Part of what we're doing tonight is we have the Zen Lines, and it's set up and explain the purpose behind it.
So Zen Lines is a footwear brand that collaborates with other footwear brands, designers, and different people to support teen mental health, right? So the whole initiative of this is to create these awesome shoes with great artists, and everybody's bringing attention to the fact that we can remove the stigma of talking about it.
I am with Janisha Adams Ginyard, the amazing gal. You might recognize her from Wakanda Forever and Black Panther.
It's very important, I think, that we start that conversation. We just check on people regularly, just see, hey, how are you doing? Are you okay? What's going on? Like, there has to be dialogue so that people can talk and feel safe and feel like they're not being judged.
We are all suffering with this stuff. I mean, I've been suffering with it, especially artists.
Everyone we've talked to is affected directly or indirectly, so join the cause, take the promise.
Music is so important. It helps express feelings in a way that reaches the heart.
Speaking of the heart, Jon Voight, the actor, has seen the ins and outs as a husband, a father, a grandfather, and friend. He speaks to us from a place of caring that comes from experience and a belief in self-worth.
Following Jon, we have a treat. Matt and Savannah Shaw, the father-daughter duo, are sharing a song from their album, Happy Like That.
I am such a big fan of those
Same.
two. Now, this song is Matt's favorite from the album. He says it gives us hope that even through our trials, if we are honest and good and kind, the light will find us. We are never alone.
Life is precious. Never give it up. Fight. hold on to your life. I say that to you kids you're in a tough spot. You're getting a lot of nonsense from the cell phones that you have, from the culture that's been damaged very badly. Hold on to the positive people in your surroundings, your family. Hold on to them and hold on to your life. It's a precious gift, and it's given to you by God. It's your gift. Don't give it away.
Have you ever felt you're halfway there, but it seems the pathway is unclear, and though you turn the hourglass to start again, you somehow feel you're sinking in the sand.
I held on tight to what I thought I'd need, but it seemed to always slip away.
And though they say it all works out, hold on for now.
Why am I so drawn into this flame? Something that will keep me from running from the darkness around me. Oh, I want the light to find me.
Oh, I wanna believe in something like the sun, a new horizon, something real that eyes cannot see. Oh, I want the light to find me.
I'm putting down the map that got me here. Gonna trust the compass deep within.
Starting now, I'll choose my own direction. I finally found the courage to be free. I wanna believe in something that will keep me from running from the darkness around me. Oh, I want the light to find me.
Oh, I wanna believe in something
like the sun, a new horizon, something real that eyes cannot see. Oh, I want the light to find me.
Will come. You're not alone. Believe it's the light from relief. something real that eyes cannot see.
Oh, I want the light to
find me.
The impacts of abuse and trauma last long after the abuse has stopped. Thank you, Supriya, for leading the charge against child sexual abuse, using proven and practical methods for confronting and overcoming child sexual abuse.
Every child deserves a childhood free from sexual abuse. There's no better time than now to have conversations with your children about boundaries, consent, and open communication.
If we're going to talk about boundaries and communication, we need to give a shout out to our friends at Gab Wireless.
Yes.
Did you know there are over 500,000 predators online each day? Gab is providing products that keep kids safe while still connecting them to friends and family.
Smart tech is critical for protecting our children. I use Gab, and what I love about Gab is you can text, you can call, and you can stream music. There's no internet browser, no social media apps, no app store, and no games. They can stream the hits, no explicits, with a kid-safe music library.
It protects them from sexual predators, stumbling on inappropriate content, being victims of cyberbullying, or becoming addicted to their screen.
We've got to protect our children. But sometimes they are the ones with the best advice. We hope these new messages will inspire you and give you hope.
Hi there, I'm Layton. I'm so glad we're watching Promise to Live. I have a very important message, so listen up. You know, sometimes we all feel like there's a storm inside our heads, making us sad or worried. Guess what? We're like stars shining through those clouds. We might seem small, we are really strong and brave. Being brave means talking about our feelings and being kind to ourselves. When we share, we help each other shine even brighter. So let's promise to always support each other and remember, we're never alone. We're all brave little stars shining together no matter what.
Hey, what's up, parents? I'm Jackson Dollinger. Some of your kids might know me from the Disney Channel original series, Sydney to the Max. I'm also a musician. You can hear my newest song, Happiness, playing in the background. I just want to let you guys know that it is totally okay to talk to your kid about their mental health, see how they're doing. You know, we're teenagers, even though we might act annoyed sometimes, we just want to know that someone is there for us. So don't be afraid to ask your kid how they're doing.
Sometimes the littlest voices can make the biggest difference and impact. You know what can make a big impact? Taking care of our mental health also includes taking care of our physical health.
That's right. What we put into our bodies can have a big impact on our mental health. Nobody knows this better than our next guest.
Carolyn Call is the founder of Just Ingredients, a nutritionist and mother of 6. She has battled severe depression and is on a mission to help others nourish their bodies and their minds.
I'm Carolyn Call, CEO and founder of Just Ingredients. 16 years ago, I found myself with suicidal depression and actually attempted suicide. Thankfully, by the grace of God, it did not happen. After that attempt, I spent 2 years searching for a doctor that could help me. I finally found a doctor that believed in healing from depression and taught me that depression was due to lots of different root causes. So we found out my root causes and worked for 18 months to fix those root causes. There is healing from depression. It takes a lot of work, it takes time, but it is possible, and it's worth the effort because at the end of it is a lot of light, happiness, energy, and an amazing life. So if you're dealing with depression, hang on, find help, and try to heal from it, and you will be so glad that you did.
5 years ago, my son went on a road trip to the Redwoods. All of his friends bailed on him. And as I was loading him in the car, I was so inspired that I should just jump in and go with him. But I didn't. I didn't know that that would be the last time that I'd see him alive. Later that year, he took his life in college. I thought this is what happens to other people. His friends didn't know, the college administration didn't know. So I took the promise to live in honor of my son. I just urge you to talk to your kids because they might be struggling with stuff and you think they're fine. And they're not. And if you could just go on right now and sign the promise to live and talk to your kids and share the message, because I would give anything in the world to get back in that car and have that conversation with my son. So do it today.
Whether you're going through mental or physical pain, the effects can be devastating. Our next artist, Pete Sands, is a Navajo singer-songwriter, musician, filmmaker, and actor. He wrote this song for those dealing with PTSD.
Following Pete's performance, we'll hear from the incredible James Dixon and Promise to Live alumni Royal Bliss, who've joined forces with Citizen Soldier.
Yalte, hello, my name is Pete Sands, and I just want to take this time to share a song with you that I wrote called Baptized Under Fire. It's a song I wrote when I met a veteran in the show that I played, and he told me his story. And so I turned that story into a song. And it's about dealing with mental health issues, depression, and anything that has to do with PTSD and dealing with trauma, and how to address these problems in a healthy manner. And I hope you enjoy it.
There's a big celebration when I came home. People line the streets of my little town. They shake my hand, say you've done good, son. I force a smile, say yeah, we won. Somebody hands me their little child. They have no idea just what I've done. I try to forget the pain, but everything I've done will never go away. The nightmares in my head, they never tire. This is how you live, baptized under fire. Later, no one picks up the phone. The demons have come, and I'm all alone. I can't seem to clear my mind at all. I down a bottle of whiskey to drown it out. And in my dreams I see my brothers in arms, the living and the dying, I relive it all. I try to forget the pain, and everything I've done will never go away. The nightmares in my head, they never tire. This is how you live, baptized under fire. I can't even look myself in the mirror. The soldier looks down on the man I become. Everybody's laughing and smiling around me, but they have no idea just what I've lost. I've lost my brothers, I've lost my soul. My hand keeps reaching for that gun, and I can't stop shaking or sleep at all. Somebody help me, I'm dying inside. But
I try to forget the pain. Everything I've done will never go away. The nightmares in my head, they never tire. This is how you live, baptized under fire.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to my song. And if you are an individual who's dealing with mental health issues or depression, please don't be afraid to reach out. It is not weakness to ask for help. You know, there are people out there who are willing to help you, and programs. So please, every life is important.
With stress, it just means that you need to have a little bit of fun. And when you have stress in your life, I want to encourage every one of you that you're growing. There's pressure on you in a certain area, and it's causing you to be able to stretch and to be able to grow.
This is James Dixon, the absolute motivator. But what motivates me is the promise that I have to make to you. It's a promise to live. I get down, I get discouraged, I get depressed. There's a stigma that often comes around those things. And so we avoid it, we don't say it, we don't mention it because we think that that's a negative, but that's a lie. You see, we got to get rid of the stigma. We have to start having a conversation. We have to make that promise, that one to another, that I'm going to be here for you. That no matter what, hell or high water, bad things come, it happens, it's unavoidable. But throughout the roller coaster, the ups and downs of life, I will promise to be there. I need you to promise to be here. Now I need you to make other people make the same commitment. Will you make that commitment for me today? I promise to live. You have something to live for, me. And I have something to live for, you. Please, share it, tell others, make that commitment.
Hey, my name is Neil Middleton from the band Royal Bliss. And together with our good friends in Citizen Soldier, we wrote this song called Through Hell. And it's about just that, making it through hell. We all, every single one of us, we go through struggles, we go through extremely painful moments in our life. And maybe it doesn't seem as difficult to others, but it's very real to us. And it's very serious. And you need to talk to people. You need to let it out. You need to keep fighting, make the promise to live. Because at the end of the day, when you make it through that hell, you'll have a story to tell. And maybe that story will just save somebody else who's going through that difficult time. So thank you for letting us be a part of this. And I hope our music helps you to know that you're not alone. Much love.
They say the devil's just an angel that never learned from all his pain. They say the strong are never strangers to the darkest of their days. I've learned there's beauty in the danger, there's meaning in the misery. Someday you'll look back at what it made you, and you'll never be the same. I had to go through hell, to be the person I am today. Had to find myself, climbing the mountain of my mistakes. 'Cause I was worth the war that's underneath my skin. And if I had to, I would do it all again. Through hell, you want a story to tell, you gotta go through hell.
They say you're never gonna make it, keep you digging just to find fool's gold. I know legends never had to fake it, born with souls that can be sold.
They're gonna talk you down like you're a stupid kid. You gotta wave a white flag or you gotta get pissed.
What you call taking punches, I call running out of live. So keep a prison cell, I'd rather go through hell, to be the person I am today. Had to find myself, climbing a mountain of my mistakes. 'Cause I was for the war that's underneath my skin. And if I had to, I would do it all again. Through hell,
go through hell, but sometimes that's the only way.
I had to go through hell, to be the person I am today. Had to find myself, climbing a mountain of my mistakes. 'Cause I was from the war that's underneath my skin, and if I had to, I would do it all again. Through hell, you want a story to tell, you gotta go through hell.
There's an epidemic of male loneliness. Men are 3.8 times more likely to die by suicide than women. Here Brotherhood was made to provide a safe space for men to feel supported, feel heard, and grow within a community to become the men they know they are meant to be. We do this through our social support app, Apparel for Awareness, and in-person events and retreats. There's no need to suffer in silence. Join the Here Brotherhood at herebros.com.
Every 40 seconds, someone dies from suicide.
Stay here.
Stay here. Stay here.
You have a purpose. Our huddle is not complete without you. You matter.
Stay because you matter.
We believe in you.
And remember, you're loved.
Through Hell is the anthem for those who have survived trauma and struggle. You're never alone. Thanks, guys.
And James Dixon is amazing.
He is a giant in the motivational world.
We know when we make promises, it's easier to keep them. And that's what this whole thing is about, right? Thank you, James, for reminding us the promise to live we make today is two-way.
That's right. The first promise is for you, and the second is for everyone you love. Now we have a special message from our dear friend Kevin Guest from USANA Health Science, followed by the one and only country music star, Glenn Templeton.
Hello, my name's Kevin Guest. It's an honor for me to be here and to talk to you very briefly about something that's become very important to me. I'm the past CEO and currently the executive chairman of a billion-dollar multinational corporation. And I find myself in boardrooms on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C., with governments all over the world. But for me, one of the most staggering things that I attended and witnessed was being in the hospital not long ago with one of my children who had just tried to take their life. And I couldn't imagine how we got to here, to this point. As I look back on it now, I realize that it started a journey not only for my child, but also for me personally and for our family. I went with my child and checked into a facility, inpatient facility, which was fabulous. So my call to action to you and my ask is for you to do the same thing I did as a dad, to do something, start a dialogue. It's okay to talk about suicide. It's okay to go see a therapist. It's okay to do those things, and it needs to become more of our public dialogue. And so please take action, get involved, make the commitment. I've made the commitment with my daughter, with my family, with myself, and I'm making the promise to live, and I encourage all of you to do the same.
Hey everybody, this is Glenn Templeton. For the second year in a row, I've been invited to Promise to Live. This is a message just for everybody that there is help and there's hope out there. I just wanted to give a little bit of an inspirational song here. We all know that everybody has down times. We all know, we've all had that. It's just called life. And I understand this because portions of my family have also been affected by suicide. And my message of hope is that there is someone always out there willing to help. We as human beings, we can see in natural disaster cases that everyone will come together and everybody wants to help everybody at all times. So there's always help out there to be had. Statistically, every 40 seconds, someone dies of suicide. There's a number out there to call, and there's someone who can be a friend to you and help you through the most troubling times in your life, but there is hope. Here's a little song of hope from me. I hope you all enjoy it. It goes like this. Thanks for another day I don't deserve.
and for helping me find my way around the curves. All the straight and narrow ain't the path I'm on. So help me keep it in the middle till I get back home. I know I've strayed from side to side. Sometimes I've even crossed the line. But I know where I'm going while I try to make it there. I hope God hears a sinner's prayer. I'm mostly talking to you when I'm in a bind. Up against a mountain that I can't climb. Here I am again, with trouble on my mind, hoping you'll help me one more time. I know I've strayed from side to side. Sometimes I've even crossed the line. But I know where I'm going while I try to make it there. I hope God hears a sinner's prayer. 'Cause I know where I'm going while I try to make it there. I know God still hears this sinner's prayer. I'm honored to have been a part of this year's Promise to Live. Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Glenn Templeton. If you ever see anybody in trouble, always reach out a helping hand.
Thank you, Promise to Live, for giving me this second opportunity this year. If you have any troubles, please call 988. God bless you.
Our friends at American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, or AFSP, are doing incredible work. If you are having thoughts of suicide, survived an attempt, have lost or are worried about someone, if you're looking for treatment or a lost support group, they can help.
That's right. And they have a new campaign called Talk Away the Dark. Talking is the first step of preventing suicide. Having a real conversation with someone you care about and sharing resources and creative ways to help. Hashtag Talk Away the Dark. We are all dealing with something, and starting conversations helps take away the dark.
Here are a few other valuable resources. NAMI, the National Alliance of Mental Illness, is the nation's largest grassroots mental health organization. They have chapters and resources nationwide. Go to NAMI.org.
Again, 988. This is a free confidential emotional support to people in suicidal crisis or emotional distress 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in the United States. You can call, text, or go to the website. This is also good for veterans, 988lifeline.org.
For our friends in the LGBTQIA+ community, we recommend the Trevor Project. Their trained counselors connect with LGBTQIA+ young people 24/7, 365 days a year.
The JED Foundation, or JED, is a nonprofit that protects emotional health and prevents suicide for our nation's teens and young adults, giving them the skills and support they need to thrive today and tomorrow. JEDFoundation.org.
It is always incredible to watch the Piano Guys perform. They give so much of themselves in their performances. Stephen Sharp Nelson always has the biggest grin on his face. You can see how passionate he is about the work that he does.
Here's a message from Stephen, and he tells us about when it's hard, when those grins don't come as easy and as often, and when he finds himself struggling to find the right notes in life.
But first, let's check back in with Brandy at the HEMA Awards.
You feel the energy here at the Avalon Theater. We are surrounded by incredible talent. These guys are passionate about what they do, and they're passionate about saving lives. I want you to hear from a few of them on how they fight the darkness and find hope.
I live this motto of I live every single day like I'm in paradise, whether it's the best or worst day of my life.
Things might not look right and they might not ever, but I know it'll get better. Meaning things might not look the way that I had envisioned, but I know that things will get better, and I know that eventually where my future will take me is exactly where I need to be.
You will find the way out, for sure, always, no matter how long it takes.
Don't hesitate to reach out to the people around you that are there for you and that care for you deeply. Not the people that follow you on social media or that pretend to be your friend in public spaces, the people that are really there for you.
Your disorder doesn't define who you are. It's something that you have to adapt to and live with, but it's not who you are as a person.
Don't be afraid to seek help, and it can completely change your life for the better.
Just try to get out of my head, I guess, try to feel my physical body and try to not think.
Well, the light is in a blank piece of paper. That's your place to create with no boundaries and just express yourself to the fullest content.
Whatever your issue might be, do not feel like you're the only one. Things happen, and it's not because of you, but they just happen to all of us.
When your children are going through things, just be there to hear them. Don't necessarily correct them. Don't necessarily tell them how they should feel. Just be open to listen, be open to understanding, be open to being there for them when they need you.
There's always help. You have to reach out. Drop your pride. You know, pride is what's going to kill you. So as long as you can get past that and you reach out for that help, you will always be able to find it no matter what. You just have to look for it.
It's okay to not be okay.
Just want to encourage my community especially to stop with the stigma and concern about mental health counseling, because I do.
You were born for a reason to shine. There's always a purpose. There's always a reason behind whatever it is that you do and behind you being here at this moment.
Hi, it's Steven Sharp Nelson with the Piano Guys. Can I just talk to you for a second? One of my favorite musicians once said, "It is a modern tragedy that despair has too many spokesmen while hope has too few." And maybe you're feeling that. Maybe you're feeling overwhelmed with all the messages of despair out there. Maybe you're feeling like the perfectionist in you is demanding that you take notice of how little worth you have. Or maybe you're just feeling like you're inadequate in general. I want to tell you, I have felt that too. But I want to promise you something. It gets better. It gets better. And this is coming from the standpoint of a guy that learned a string instrument. Let me tell you, at the beginning of string instrument learning, you know what we call it? We call the stage. That's what we call it, because that's what it sounds like for 2 or 3 years even. So there was a lot of despair at the beginning stages. And sometimes there still is when I can't get something quite right. But I will tell you, it gets better. And you know, one of my favorite things to do is to surround myself with people that love me and that I love. But even then, maybe you have felt that you don't even want to be around anybody and you can't even talk to anybody about it. I have felt that too. And let me tell you what I do, and I hope it can help. Wake up early and watch the sunrise. Now, I know that's a lot to ask, especially when you're not feeling up to it. I know, I'm a musician, we live at night. Waking up early is not easy, but it's worth it. Try it. Wake up early and watch the sunrise. And think of it as a symbol that reminds us that each and every day is a second chance, a do-over, another opportunity to overcome. And think of it as a symbol that reminds us that light is always more powerful than darkness. Maybe you felt at times so dark that you wanted to end it all. Let me promise you something. Your presence is priceless, worth infinitely more than your absence. Stay with me. Watch the sunrise and remember that no matter how many dark nights come and how dark that night is, the sun will always rise and shine its light on you and me. And we can make it. Just remember that. If you don't feel like talk to somebody if you're feeling really dark. But if you don't feel like talking to somebody, go talk to the sunrise. Watch it, give it everything you've got out of your heart, even yell at it if you need to, and then sink into it and recognize that it is the symbol that says that light will always overcome darkness, and that no matter how dark the night is or how many times night comes, the sunrise will always win. I love you.
There are a lot of resources out there, and we have some listed on our website, promisetolive.org. But one I really love. It's a free app called Skylight.
It's amazing. It brings you a world of fresh content from spiritual specialists, meditations, affirmations, guided prayers, spiritual, yoga, and more. I listen all the time.
This affirmation is for anxiety, and it's guided by Carrie Kalu. Let's check it out.
Higher power, I come to you with a heavy heart, feeling burdened by the weight of the world around me. I feel lost and afraid, with no hope in sight. But I know that you have the ability to make miracles happen, and that you created this world with your power and love. I know that with your help, I can find the strength to overcome any obstacle and live a life filled with faith, hope, and love.
I am a big fan. Affirmations are a powerful tool that can help us find comfort and inner strength through many trials. It strengthens our brains and changes the way we perceive the world. Gotta love affirmations, meditation, and the power of prayer at your fingertips.
Amen. And speaking of prayer, our next guest is performing I Prayed for You. His name is Major, and his impact is the same. He's a powerful storyteller on stage and on screen who leans into authenticity as his superpower.
Major has become a trusted artist for millions while inspiring hearts with his relatable message of life, laced in that signature falsetto. Let's hear from Major.
Nominated singer, actor, and my mama's favorite hope dealer here. And I just want to encourage you, promise to live. Make that promise today. I know that it gets rough out here, but let me tell you something that I've learned. Every single storm runs out of rain. And the key to being anchored in the midst of those tough times is hope. Hope is not the denial of reality. It's a commitment to believe greater is on the other side of it. So we're not going to pretend that circumstances don't get tough sometimes. But one thing I know is the last thing that I didn't think I could get through, I got through. And you did too. That's why we're here looking at each other. But without further ado, enjoy this presentation of something I put together for you. I prayed for you, and you're going to get through it. This is the hope of my soul. I prayed for you. I prayed for you. I prayed for you. Get back to winning. Get back to winning again. Get back to hope. Get back to hoping again. Do it together. We can do it together. All is not lost, all is not lost. All is not lost, all is not lost. Hope isn't canceled. I said, hope isn't canceled. And daughters, revive our land, that we may rise again. I prayed you take the moment. I prayed you take the time to see that you were special and always on my heart and my mind. I prayed for you.
Country music megastar Colin Ray is one of my favorites. He first reached the top of the Billboard's country charts in the 90s with his hit song, Love Me.
It was the first of 4 country #1 singles. He's one of the true hit makers and greatest voices of our time. Colin Ray still continues to crank out music and tour.
We are honored to hear a special message from him now.
Hello, my friend. This is Colin Ray. I'm a country music recording artist. I once upon a time had a bunch of hits back in the 90s, and by the grace of God, I'm still getting to tour and get to play music for a living. And even though life has been good to me over the years, I've also had some very, very dark times in my life, and I know what depression feels like. Everybody does. I know what anxiety feels like, especially in the world we live in today. Man, there's so much nonsense going on around us. It's very easy to get dejected and want to withdraw and pull away, but that's not what God calls us to do. There are people, I promise you, there are people in your life right now who do love you. They love you. You are loved. And there's a God in heaven all around you who loves you more than we can possibly imagine. I promise that's the truth. I know him. I've seen it firsthand so many times in my life. It's real. If someone tells you it's not, they're lying. He loves you so much. You have every reason to live and no reason to choose to not live. So what I'm begging you to do today is just to give you encouragement. Choose life. Life's always the right answer. God bless you.
Hi, I'm Kurt Bester, and you might know me from my 36 years of doing Christmas concerts or for some of the music that I've done for films and television over the years. But what you might not know is that there are days when I wake up, despite having what seems to be a fairly glamorous career, and I just don't feel like going on. I feel alone, and I want to give up. On days like that, I do remember those that love me, and I know that I'm not alone, which keeps me fighting just another day. I hope you'll do the same.
What an incredible show.
So great.
What talent. What a heart. I know I'm inspired. Thank you to all of our guests who have graciously donated their time and talent for this important cause.
I'm so grateful for you and for Megan and for all of you at home. We love you. We will never be better without you. Thanks for joining us, and we want to leave you with a few more messages of hope from our dear friends. Until next time, please
promise to live.
Hey, Dr. Clint G. Rogers here, and so grateful to be a part of this event. So much deep love and respect for each of you for being here. I'm the author of this book, Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer, and the opening quote says, "I didn't come to teach you, I came to love you, and love will teach you." And I believe love guided you here today. There's no accident that you're here. This is one of the most important things that you could be doing, and one of the most important things that could be happening on the planet today. And there's another quote in this book that it says, "Whatever is your challenge, your heartache, your struggle has within it seeds of equal or greater benefit." And I know one of the biggest challenges for me in my life was when my sister took her life. And I think about all that my family went through in that time and all she must have been going through. And I think about what could be the gift in that? And the gift is that it's pushed me to do everything I can to make sure that people in my life who are suffering know that they're cared for, know that they're loved, and it's shaped me in a different way. And I also believe that death isn't the end.
Mental health issues are definitely growing faster than things you can see, like obesity and all this kind of stuff. And I lost my nephew, sadly, when he was still a teenager. He just had so many challenges that he didn't know what to do. And so if that's you, look, I think one of the great quotes out there is never underestimate how many people will miss you.
Hey, it's Rachel Brooks Smith from films like Center Stage and Bring It On and soon to be Legend of the White Dragon. And just hope to leave a message of hope and inspiration. You know, I wish I had all the right things to say, and I wish that I could make so many things better in this world. because being human can be so hard. You know, for most of my young adult life, I battled with extreme anxiety and some really, really, really dark chapters of depression. You know, times where I really just could not get out of bed, and people would tell me to keep holding on and that there's light at the end of the tunnel. And it was so hard to believe because it just felt so hard, and I felt so stuck and so trapped and so lost and so confused and so afraid. And like nobody understood what I was going through. And I really hope that you know that it's all true. There is light at the end of the tunnel. And if you just keep holding on, things will get better.
Every human should go to a therapist like once a month. The reason is kind of like soap for the brain. This world full of so much craziness, it kind of, your brain gets dirty. So you just need someone to bounce ideas off. So if you're feeling like, you know, you're suffering, reach out and talk to somebody. Don't underestimate what you could pull off if you gave yourself some time and you had somebody help you work through the suffering you have now.
When times get hard, dark and thoughts can cross our